Excited to have my next guest on the show. It's Richie Miranda, who picked up a big win at LFA 169 last Friday, round one TKO victory over Derion Chapman. Richie, how are you?
I'm doing good. And you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. And I watched the fight on UFC Fight Pass as I was getting ready for this interview here, and you looked real solid in there. It was looked like easy work. You took him down. I know that's never the case. It's always a hard fight, but you took him down. You
Yeah.
got him in a compromising position. You landed a lot of ground and pound, and that was all that she wrote. Was that essentially the game plan for you and your team?
Yeah, definitely. He from what I saw in film, he wasn't really too good on the ground. And I was expecting him to start pretty early. But coming in, he kicked me in the nuts. So then I was just like, all right, let's just go. And then I guess my pressure just had him back, and then we got into a little exchanges. I connected like maybe a hook or two, and then he was against the cage, and I was like, takedowns there, so might as well take it to my world. And he turned pretty easy once I got my boots in, and yeah, I mean he covered up, so I knew punches was the way to finish it.
Now, you were originally supposed to face James Hay. He withdrew, you know, a few days, I guess, but before the fight started here. How difficult was that knowing that? I mean, you got this late notice replacement. You're a heavy favorite. You got a good record. You're coming off the first loss of your pro career. I have to imagine
Yeah.
you're feeling that pressure, man, to go in there and put away this guy.
Yeah, I mean the opponent switch. I mean, I'm kind of used to it already. It's happened throughout my whole career. Even as an amateur, I always had to take a new opponent on the short notice, and so to me, it's just the body. But yeah, after that first loss, it kind of stung a little. A lot of people thought I won. I thought I won. So but I mean, I just had to get back in the gym and keep improving and keep working hard, and even putting more work, than I was before. Um, and that was by going to my boxing coach more, to going to another jiu-jitsu gym as well. But no, I mean pressure. I've always heard something from a famous wrestler, Kyle Dake. He says pressure is something that is not real. Something that you make and you put on yourself. So yeah, I mean, I didn't really have no pressure. Just me going out there to have fun, and I knew I was gonna take care of business. Regardless of the outcome. I mean, my family was there, my support was there, but knowing since I knew I had this fight, my goal was to get a finish, and that was my job, and that's exactly what I was gonna do. Mm-hmm.
And you did it impressively, my man. As far as just the switch up in opponent, how much different of a fighter is James Hay versus Derion Chapman?
Say that again. Sorry about that.
How much difference of an opponent is James Hay versus Derion Chapman? Like, is it different stylistically? Did it kind of throw you off a little bit as far as preparing for this new opponent?
Yeah. So I mean, the first guy. I mean, they're both a little similar strikers, but James Hay was he tend to more shoot in as soon as you tag him, and Derion Chapman stays more on the outside, and he was a southpaw. So um, when I was preparing for my last fight, I was preparing for a southpaw as well. But yeah, it was a quick switch right away. But I mean, once I got in there, but my pressure took over, and he just, he wasn't expecting what I was there to throw, and yeah, it didn't really affect me. Mm-hmm.
How is the energy in the arena? I know LFA is one of the best promotions in the country here as far as the regional side of things go. What was it like in the arena and the support that you got there?
It was good. I've always wanted to fight in Texas, just because I have family there from both my mom and my dad's side. So definitely, it was great. I mean, I could hear everybody clearly, loudly, and I feel like I was the loudest fighter with the loudest crowd. Like once my fight was over, it kind of died down. But yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Celebratory food, like what'd you guys do afterwards? What's normally like your go-to after a big win? What do you like to eat?
We usually go to In-N-Out, but I was with some family, so we just ended up going to like some like Mexican restaurant, but it was still good. Was able to try some barbecue on Saturday, so that was nice, and hang out with my fam, and then came back and flew in back late Saturday night, so back home. So I'll get my In-N-Out here, my In-N-Out fix. I mean,
What do you normally like at In-N-Out? I used to live in Culver City, California for like 5 years, so I'm not sure how close that is
Okay.
to where you are in Cali. But when you do go to In-N-Out, do you have like a staple, something that you typically like to get?
Yeah, I just double, fries and a shake, that does it for me.
Do
Yeah,
you ever
and a
get
lot of,
the
you got to get some spread too.
some spread? Okay.
Yeah.
As far as the lettuce wrapped, is that animal style? Did I get that right?
No, I think Aminal style, they just put like I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Probably like pickles or something, and then no, I think that's protein style for sure, the lettuce wrap one.
Okay, yeah,
Yep.
that's what I try to get when I go there because we don't have that on the East Coast where I'm at, or at least if we do, I don't know about it. But In and
Yeah.
Out, are the lines still crazy? Do they still back all the way right out to the street?
Oh yeah, they definitely do. Yeah. There's one down the street from my house, and it's always long lines wrapped around the corner for sure.
How how far do you live from Culver City?
I want to say maybe 30 minutes about.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
too
So
far.
I'm pretty close to LA. Yeah.
I was right on the corner of Overland and Venice, so kind of close to
Okay.
Venice Beach. 10 minutes down the road from
Okay.
it. It's a nice little
Yeah, yeah,
area.
yeah.
I miss the weather in Cali.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's nice right now. It's still nice.
Yeah,
We get riding season all year long.
That's for sure. That is the truth. Now, you're a lightweight. You're fighting at 155. What do you typically walk around at? What's that cut like for you these days to get down to lightweight?
It's not too crazy. I mean, I can get pretty heavy if I want to, but I try to stick around the 20-pound range to 175, closer to the fight 170, and then by the time it's fight week, I'm like maybe 10, 15 pounds over at the most, and water weight comes out, and I'm good by the time I hit the scale. Yeah,
Are you a sauna
usually
guy?
always. Yeah. I mean, I have. I'm big into recovery as well, so I have a sauna at my house and I have a ice bath. So Sundays, that's what I like to do: get in my sauna and my ice bath. Recover for the week, get ready for another week of training. Yep.
Well, that's probably just one of the many reasons why your pro career is going so well. You mentioned earlier in the interview the loss that you had. You didn't really necessarily feel it was a loss. Split decision.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you never know what you're going to get when you go to the judges. This was in April at LAF or LFA 157 to Keegan Genrich. Run me through that. Looking back at it now, would you have done anything different in that fight?
Yeah. I mean, I guess the little surprise I had was from the film I've seen, he was more of a striker, right? And then that was my first time I faced a taller opponent. So yeah, going in there, I mean, I feel like I was just a little too over aggressive. Should have been a little bit more patient, and I should have just kept it standing. And I know I'm a great wrestler, but just sometimes I tend to like over grapple a little bit. And what usually I do to people, he was kind of able to do to me. With locking up his hands in my crotch, or getting double underhooks, and turning me over on the cage. But definitely, yeah, I mean, I just keep it standing, and then just be more cautious of my wrestling awareness. And yeah, but no, yeah, I mean, I know I punished the dude. Like at the end, my face was clean, his face was messed up, and I knew he didn't want none of the smoke on the hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I saw that fight as well, and I think a lot of people would agree that you probably should have gotten the nod there. Does that loss technically does that put a chip on your shoulder? Like, does it kind of make you even more motivated as you move forward?
No, yeah, definitely. Like I said, I know nobody wants these hands, so um even the guy before that, I mean, we stood and traded for a while, but then he also just went back to his wrestling, and he was a D1 wrestler as well. So I showed him that I was able to take him down more times. And yeah, but yeah, no, definitely I've always have confidence going from fight to fight, and always learning and growing. And I mean, confidence gets built in the gym as well too, and in all my training. So I'm always going in there 100% confident to go in there and get a finish. And I'm a finisher, I'm a killer, and that's what I do. Machete style. Yep, chop them up.
I love it, man. And with your record the way that it is right now, I know Contender Series is coming to an end for this season,
Mhm.
but you just seem kind of like the perfect candidate to potentially be in that position, fighting on Contender Series maybe next year. When you just look
Yeah,
forward to what is next for you, what do you hope? What do you feel like should be around the corner for Richie Miranda?
shoot, man. Before at the beginning of the year, I got I guess well, I applied for the Ultimate Fighter. My management told me to do that, so I did the interview, but unfortunately, I didn't get chosen. And then took that one fight. Was planning on be on the win that fight and then Contender Series, but took that decision, lost, and then finally got in there. But they've always said I've been on that short notice list, so I'm ready to get on that short notice list, and there's a lot of shows still from here till November, December. So just got to stay ready or whatever comes next. Yeah. hmm
Where you're at right now, how do you feel like you fit in with the guys in the lightweight division of the UFC?
I feel good, man. I feel like I can compete with anybody up in there. Um, I'm an exciting fighter. I'm a finisher. I got 4 first round finishes, and this is my sixth finish as well. And I've only gone to decision twice. As you could tell how one went, but yeah, man, I know I'm up there with those guys. It's just I'm ready to be on that platform and break in, show them who knocked the door down, and start climbing up the ladder. To become a UFC world champ. Yep.
If
So one step at a time, but yeah, we're in the right direction for sure.
I know UFC is the top dog, right? That's where
hmm
the cream of the crop is. But there's a lot of other really great promotions that are out there. Fighters can make a lot of money. I mean, if Bellator, PFL, one, if any of them came calling and offered you a contract that was very lucrative, is that something that
hmm
you entertain, or are you just pretty much set on wanting to get into the UFC?
Yeah, as of now, it's UFC. I know I can go and fight for those other promotions later on, but I would want to get into the UFC. I mean, that's my dream since I started this sport. After competing in wrestling, and yeah, that's number one. And then from there we'll go. But I mean, we'll definitely want to retire in the UFC as well. hmm
All right, makes sense. Now, your main job, you're working as a mechanic. How often do you do that? How does that affect your ability to train?
it doesn't at all, really. Fortunate that my dad and my uncle's on the shop, so I mean, I just work 2 days a week, one full day, and then half a day, and then for the most of the part, I'm training full time. Yeah, so I just work my training around that. But yeah, it's something that I started doing as a little kid, so I'm kind of a veteran in the mechanic world too. Yeah.
Well, give a shout out to the shop. What's the name of the shop you work at?
Yeah. Shout out to Primo's Auto Repair. We're out here in Santa Ana, California. Come visit us.
And what's your dream car, your dream vehicle? Once you get in the UFC and you get that contract, you win a couple performance of the night bonuses. What are you hoping to get down the line? I'm sure there's something you have your eyes on.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of have it already. My dad gifted it to me. He said, you get a college degree and you'll get this. He has a '68 Camaro, so it's in the garage. But I don't know if you see, it might get me something nice too. Maybe a nice truck. Yeah.
Okay. Are the drivers out in Cali still crazy? From what I remember, there was still a lot of road rage, and you just never know out there. There's so many cars on the road.
Yeah, man, it's crazy out here. You see a little bit of everything.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
When you have some downtime, Richie, and you're not training and you're not working at the shop, what else do you like to do? Do you have any other hobbies?
Yeah, so I have a chopper as well. I have a Harley, so I like to ride that, hang out with my family, girlfriend, friends, and yeah, go snowboarding here and there, dirt bike riding. Yeah, so pretty much anything that gives me an adrenaline rush, just yeah, pretty much.
Do you surf?
No, I don't surf. I used to, but I don't know. I'm kind of scared of going in deep in the water now.
You and me
You
both,
don't know,
man.
you don't know what's out there, so yeah, I stuck away from that for sure.
I've always said to people, I mean, you have a better chance on land against a friggin' tiger than you do in the ocean against a shark because
Yeah,
you're completely at their mercy. You know what I mean? They can
no,
come back and attack you from whatever angle, and you can't do anything about it.
yeah, no, exactly. I mean, Yeah, when I was probably like 19, I used to go out there a lot, but yeah, I've stopped now.
Yeah, Jaws ruined it for me, man. I can't get in the ocean. I'll go up to like my waist, and that's about as far as I'll go.
Yeah.
Obviously, camp, Badger Crew fight team. You got a lot of killers around you. When you are in camp, you're getting ready for a big fight. Who are the main
Mhm.
guys you're going with? Who are your main training partners?
Yeah, so my main training partner is Jacob Rosales. He's a 145er. So it's him. I also got my other teammate George Dorado, Nick Batea, Ethan, Brandon, Cheeks, Jacob Palayo, so Curtis Millinder as well. And then we got Sam too, and then my head coach jumps in there as well too, Ben Jones. But yeah, just those are a few that pretty much everybody. It's we're not super big of a team, but we take care of each other. Yeah, 25 guys at the most. Yeah, and a couple girls. Yeah.
Good squad
Hmm.
there. And if you do get this short notice call, Richie, as far as timeline goes for making 155, if they call you, 4 days out, are you going to be able to make that cut? What is like too soon for you to accept a short notice fight?
No, yeah, man. Whatever it takes, I'll make it. Actually, I've been working out. I'm gonna take. I took this week off practice, but I still went to the gym. Then Saturday, Sunday, and then I worked out a little bit today. So just staying close to weight, because I know anything can happen, and I'm gonna take advantage of that opportunity. Hmm.
Can't wait to see what's next for you, my man. Again, congrats on
Thank
the
you.
win. Great talking to you for the first time here. Before we do sign off, I want to give you the floor. If there's anything you want to plug, anyone you want to thank, the floor is yours.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate your time. Yeah, just shout out to my sponsors. Scott Johnson, Handy Manny, Chivas Farm Market, Primo's Auto Repair, Rap Gods. We got Sheath Underwear, um, Tree Cycle, Vandor Nutrition, and my coaches too. My boxing coach, Coach Dale, my strength coach, Coach Mike. And then my head coach Ben Jones, and shout out to Iridium too. Best management in the company and the business right now. And go tag Dana White. Tell him my check is coming. Chopping time. If he wants an exciting fighter, I'm right here. So thank you. Appreciate it.